but I do love the finish of this. I like the two-tone look very much, the black and tungsten. The black and I guess this is stainless steel or tungsten-y kind of look. But this boy's thick. I mean, I know a lot of people complain about it, saying this thing is thick, but it's not that bad, to be honest. It's like inches of thick, but it just, the aggressive look makes it look super thick, and especially doesn't come through on the camera. But it's not that bad, I'll be honest. It's really not that bad. So updates. What am I updating today? So I'm gonna be putting on the Holosun SCS. That is because this thing mounts straight onto the PDP. This is specifically made for the PDP, and it mounts right onto the frame. So no plates needed, and it's great, I think, in my opinion. And I'll be adding that. Can we talk about the AmeriGlow? And but first, before I do all of that, I'm gonna be putting in the dynamic trigger. I mean, to be honest, this thing comes with a great trigger by itself. I mean, it's super crisp, and look at that reset. It's very short reset, and yeah, the trigger is, Walthers are known for their triggers, so the trigger will not disappoint. But I just want to, you know, upgrade it to the dynamic one, and yeah, that's what will happen today. So let's get to it. Before I start doing that, I'm gonna open up the slide and get started. Yeah, and I don't need this stuff, so let's take this stuff off. Hopefully. Yeah, so to get started, I think we need to take off this lever first, or just this one, this pin. Yeah, the pins in Walthers is like a rolled up sheet of paper, sheet of metal, which I find very weird, but it is what it is. So let's get this off first. In order to take this off, you just have to tap it. So I'm gonna take this off, and come back, because I'm not doing this on here. Alright guys, I think I messed up, and I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if it's coming through the camera. But as you can see, I have tried hammering this thing out for so long, it's not budging, it's not moving, and this little pin is now all mushed. So good thing is it's still operational. If I take this empty mag out, it is still operational, it works fine, so I'm just gonna leave that be for now. What I'm going to do is I'm just gonna upgrade the sear unit. This is the existing sear unit that comes stock. This is the sear unit that comes stock, and I'm gonna I was able to take it off of the trigger bar, so I'm just gonna upgrade only the sear unit, because it's this thing is not budging, and if I keep going, I'm probably gonna crack this thing, or I tried everything, to be honest. I try to heat up this thing and try to punch it out. I put penetrating oil. As you can see, there's like a ton of oil now that penetrated through there and came out on this side. It's just nothing worked. I left it on. I left it on with the penetrating oil overnight. Tried the next day. Just it's not budging. So at this point, I don't think I will get it off without damaging it. So at some point, I'll just take it to a gunsmith and have him upgrade the trigger shoe and the trigger bar. But for now, I'll just upgrade the sear unit. And good thing is sear unit comes separated already for in here. So I really wanted the flat face trigger because I don't like this, how curved this is, and I caught myself just accidentally trying to pull the trigger and accidentally locking myself out. So that's why one of the reasons I really wanted to upgrade this. But yeah, it's not to be for now, so I'll just let it be. I'm not gonna try too hard and upgrade only the sear unit. So in order to do that, let's see, take that, and yep, yeah, it has like two parts, two tiny parts. You take that, put it up here, and yeah, has like the red mark. I don't know what this one has. This one doesn't have it, but yeah. So what I'm going to do is first insert the trigger bar, and it would make your life easier if you do it now than later. So just pull it if you can. If not, you can do it like later, but I think it's better to do it now. And insert your sear unit. Takes a little bit of finagling, so just be careful not to lose this part. That's pretty much what stops this trigger bar from swaying left to right. It's just gonna put pressure to that direction on the trigger bar, so that it doesn't, this doesn't jump. But yeah, let's push it in. It. What is stopping it? Let's see. So, oh yeah, that's why. So you have to depress this all the way back. So you might have to do this. And now, like once it's all depressed, it won't come up until the spring pushes it back. So now, and to take it out, you have to do the same. So now let's, I'll put this back on later. First, let's set up the spring, the thing, and then another thing to notice if you're having trouble with the alignment, if you can see this little ridge here, there's like a little ridge here, and that ridge has to match up with this little teeth kind of thing, this little pointing device. I need a pointing device. Okay. So if you see this little thing has to match up with this little ridge. So you put this thing in here. There's nothing tight holding it in, so yeah, you have to do that. And now insert trigger. Oh yeah, this little red pin, that's what's holding it back. You have to push it all the way in. It has to be in. Yeah, now it's in. So we are in. We have the performance sear unit, so that's good. And now we put the pins in. The shorter pin goes here. I don't think it needs a whole lot of force, so I will just push it in with something hard, something flat. I can use yeah, this. Now once it's in, let's try this one. This one should just slide in as well. Like taking this pin out was so easy. I don't know why we're not using easier pins, but it is what it is. All right, both pins are in. Let's try to assemble it back and see if everything is operational. Hopefully everything is. Yeah, the feeling, it's still a great, not gonna lie, it's a great trigger. Yeah, it is a great trigger, but I wanted to upgrade it to the flat face, and we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes, but this is a pretty unique PDP, so we're gonna continue upgrading it. We're gonna add the Holosun and the Ameriglow on it. All right, so one thing I gotta say is I really don't like this spring, this plastic guide rod. I mean, come on, you can do metal, it's not that hard, but it's okay, we'll move on. So the sight is off. I'm just gonna put this back on here, save it for later. This already comes with its own screw, so that's nice. I set the screw inside of the side tool first, and now I am going to put a little thread locker, not too much, yeah. So as I'm screwing it in, it will smear itself. So I'm just gonna put this here. put on my sight, and you can see the little hole. I'm already in here, don't have to think about it, and boom. It is screwed in nice and tight, so we are good to go over there. So for the rear sight, I have a nice tool here. I've never used this before, so yeah, it might take a bit. Let me set this up and we'll get back to it. The sight pusher is aligned in this manner, and I'm just gonna slowly push, keep turning this, and it's gonna push. As you can see, it's already pushing it out. Just keep pushing, keep pushing. And make sure this thing is secure tight and it is level. Otherwise, you might cause some damage to your slide. There we go. Now our side is off. We're at the end. I'm just gonna slowly take this off. It is completely out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna get it started. So the sharpest angle faces the backward. So as you can see here, this angle is more aggressive than on this side, so, and this angle is more aggressive. So you get it started by hand. You just slide it in, push it in a little bit. I don't want to push it all the way, but like, you know, a quarter way in, something like that. Something like that, a quarter way in. And we put it back again into the system. Yeah, I left a little bit of an air gap in here so that I don't scratch my slide. Oop. And it's a little tight in the middle, so might need a little force, but it is pushing it in slowly. Oof. So now you just have to be careful not to overdo it. Pretty much eyeballing it for the most part. I'm just gonna take these 2 points as a reference, these two bumps, the raised part on the back side, and I'm gonna try to align them in between these two. Yeah, I think that's enough. All right, it's done now. Let's take off the slide, and the last thing left is going to be the optic. Bring up the trusty mechanic tool and screw this. And I got the SCS because it's flush fit, and I think it will co-witness with the iron sights I just put up really well. They only included one screw for this optic. Yeah, this is the Holosun SCS, specifically made for PDP, and it's supposed to match up. And also, you can see here, it kind of matches the grooves as well on both sides, so that's kind of nice. And they include one screw because it's only going to be the PDP, and they're all standardized. One thing that I would do is save the thing in here. I don't know, for later use at some point in the future. Before you over tighten, insert the other screw, and yeah, because otherwise it's kind of messes up with the tolerances. Now I'm just gonna do a finger tight on both sides. I'm not gonna torque it because there's already Loctite in there. I'm gonna run it a few times and check, but yeah, this should be, yeah, the coldness is decent. And let's turn on the red dot. There you go. There's the dot, there's the coldness. And yeah, that's how it is. And I'm gonna put everything back together and show you how it turned out. That's how it looks. Finally, I got these weighted 10 round mags, and that kind of completes the look of it. Looks pretty decent, and yeah, it is pretty nice. I like the build. It's so sad that I wasn't able to replace the dynamic trigger with replace the performance, the duty trigger with the dynamic trigger, but it is what it is, you know. There's always, tomorrow's another day. So yeah, but I'm pretty satisfied with how this turned out. Trying to co-witness with my optic, the dot is way off, so might have to do a bore sight and check how everything is working. But that's about it. Thank you for watching. Yeah, and if you have any ideas you'd like to share, any comments, any complaints, just drop it in the comment. Appreciate it.